Alright, y'all. So I wanted to try something, right? Because this is something that I don't know. She just popped back in my mind after quite some time. But before we had favorite items and before we had all these broken characters, Nikke used to buff characters, right? They did used to buff characters, and basically the way they buff up favorite items now, it was the same way they buffed up old characters. It's just they just buffed up the old characters. There was no favorite items required. If you had the characters, you just got the buffed up version. Now, this character, back in the time, this is I think a few years ago, ended up getting a buff and just ended up going crazy. And this was before I believe we had Crown. This was before we had favorite item Helm, and I believe this is also before we had Little Mermaid, obviously. And the character I'm talking about is Solene. Solene was a character who was insane because obviously she was a character who did insane damage when she was at max HP and had permanent crit damage and crit rate if she was at max HP and increased her attack speed, right? So I want to kind of use her today, right? This is a buffed up Solene. I want to use her today with Little Mermaid, with favorite item Helm, and with Crown to see how well she can perform. And I will say, if this character Solene is able to get over 500 million damage in where we're about to go today, I think I will give her overload gear just to really see how far I can take, because I really do like still using old characters in the game, but they have to actually have some type of use to me. Now, Solene, the thing about her is the moment she loses 1 HP, it doesn't matter if it's 1, 10, 100, even if it's 1% HP gone, the moment she loses 1 damage of HP, the character goes down the drain, right? Her whole gimmick is that she has to be at full HP all the time to be popping off, right? Now, I'm not too worried about that because obviously, like I said, Helm is a healer. Now with her favorite item, she's a healer, so that's great. And then Crown has a shield as well. So we're going to go in with this team, especially since this is the new crazy trio to help support characters and stuff like that. And then we're going to see how much Solene can pop off. So give me a minute. We're going to see how good she is. I think I'm going to go in with this team where I'm just comparing her against Red Hood. Realistically, her gear isn't the best, obviously, and she is 445 actually. But again, like I said, if she's able to hit 500 million at least on this in 3 minutes with this type of team with the 3 supports, I think I will give her overload gear just so that, you know, just show her some little love, show the character some love. So let's go in there, right? But I don't remember if she was well, I just said I remember and I don't remember, but I don't remember if she was hitting numbers like Pilgrims. I think she was back then. Like back then she was hitting very hard, but let's see what she's looking like today in 2025 with these new supports and stuff like that, right? When she has max HP, she has permanent crit rate and crit damage, and then obviously because Helm as well increases your crit rate for normal attacks, Solene should pop off, right? So let's take a look and see what Solene is at right after this. 45 million. She is on par with Little Mermaid. She kind of is on par with Crown and also with Helm, but let's keep looking. Let's see, what is she at right now when we're not using her burst skill? So we're at 49 million with Solene, and let's take a look and see what she's looking like after. So 49 million to what, where she's typing that just stuff as well, to 65 million. Okay, right? And then when we use her burst skill, we're going from, let's just see what number, we're going from 49 million to, let's take a look and see what we're going to. Okay, we lost some damage there. 69 million, not my bad, 69 million to what? To 109 million. Okay, Solene, do your thing. Mind you, this is a Solene that is 445, doesn't have overload gear, and is what? And the gear on her is not even like Elysion gear. So this is just like a low build Solene that we're seeing. And I think with a team like this where we're just instantly bursting and stuff like that, that's why we're seeing Solene pop off so much. Like if I had another character that gave more crit rate as well, I think or even like someone who was buffing up Solene even more, but I'm not gonna have a full team that's buffing up one character. Like I'm not. But in a situation like this, right, Are we gonna just pop the hell off the whole time? Hold on, Solene. Let me wait. Solene. Okay, 200 million. We're at 200 million in half. We got to 200k or 200 million basically in half a minute. Or half a minute, in half of 3 minutes. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get 500 million. Let's just keep going and see how this goes. She is a submachine gun character. Remember that. But again, because of, you know, just this entire team in general, burst generation isn't that bad. It's actually not bad at all. Look at this. We're about to end our burst skill and go into another one, like down here instantly. That's just how powerful this team is, right? Especially since I'm not even on Red Hood. If I went to Red Hood, we would have faster burst generation, which I think I'm just gonna do. Let's go back to Red Hood so we can get faster burst generation. But I'm curious to see what she's at right now, right? We have like 50 seconds left. I want to see what we're at. 271 million. I don't know if we're going to get 500 million with Solene. Well, I think we might get close. Right? Should I invest into Solene? Y'all let me know. This is my main account, obviously, because I know you guys might be thinking, hey, this is your paid account or your free to play account. No, I don't have Crown on my free to play account. I don't, but I have everybody else. But like, generally, I don't remember, and the same thing goes for Guillotine. The same thing does go for Guillotine as well. Like, Guillotine was a character who, when she got her favorite item, or not her favorite item, when she got buffed, she started popping off even more. But Guillotine, I haven't actually seen it myself. I just hear that no, I have seen it before actually on a YouTube video. But Guillotine with overload gear just pop off, right? But let's take a look and see. We have 10 more seconds. We can get one last burst skill, which is gonna end on Solene. Good. We can get one last burst skill that's gonna end on Solene, right? And because we're at max HP, she's gonna pop off. That's the only thing about her though. She's so niche because you need her to be at 100%. Anything less is comical. Like that's how bad it is. If you have anything less, it's not gonna work. Okay, I'm scared. We ended up getting 2.5 billion total damage with this team. I'm scared to look. I hope that at the very least she got 400 million, if not 500 million. But let's take a look and see. She ended up getting 384 million. Crown, Little Mermaid, and obviously Red Hood did more than her. Which is fine. Crown is type advantage here, so that makes sense. Little Mermaid is a crazy DPS, so that makes sense. Now, what if I went into... the only thing is, if I went into Scope Lock, where she is 10-10-10, I couldn't tell. Because I wouldn't have favorite item Helm anymore. But, am I pleased with this performance? I mean, if I have better gear, I would have hit harder, I feel like. If I gave her a favorite item as well, I would have hit harder, I feel like. I feel like if I actually put effort into Solene, I could have her hit a lot harder, right? I feel like that. But I don't know. I feel like, hey, Solene cooking in 2025? Solene cooking in 2025? Question mark? I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't say that was cooking, but like, I want to try Scope Lock where it doesn't matter, but I can't use her here. So I would have to literally switch this character off. And I don't know who I would want to switch favorite item Helm for in that last slot. Like, I guess I could put Naga, but Naga would literally have to heal. Actually, yeah, why not? Let's put Naga. Forget, no, but the first generation, no, we're just gonna leave it. It's fine. I think Solene is great. I don't think she's great. I mean, she could be. I'm not being funny, but she could be. No, I don't think so. You guys let me know what you think, bro. I'm gonna do more of these little videos where I'm using old characters and stuff like that. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna add the question of the day is Solene cooking in 2025? Do you guys see potential in this character in 2025 after this showcase? Let me know. It's your boys, I'm out. Peace.